Are you sure?
Yes.
How you know? It says offline.
It says it's streaming. Let's double check.
Check real
You
quick.
gotta go on Twitter because I got the call on.
Let's see right now. Hold
Oh, it's
I can
sending
check it
you.
out on Twitter for you guys.
Yep, up. It's up. Now it's up.
It's up.
Up.
Oh.
And we are back with another episode of Nothing But Facts, Season 2, Episode 5. I'm Chloe Rogers, grandson of Steve Rogers, son of Aaron Rodgers, and I'm here with the bestest co-host in the whole wide world, Mr. Trill Bill. Show me your belt. Come on, champ.
You said Trill Bill. What do you mean?
No, I'm talking to you. Show him the belt.
Now you, okay.
This is the 5-time world heavyweight champion of the world, Mr. Imano. What do? You RKO people? What you do?
No, honestly, if I had to choose a finisher, my new favorite finisher lately has been that Claymore kick from Drew McIntyre, honestly.
Yeah, you're on crack, but that's okay, bro.
Yo,
okay.
you have no idea. Or the last shot by Adam Cole.
And we have a special guest. We'll continue that conversation later. But our special guest from the Twitter world, Chris P. Bacon, Bacon World, WRLDQ. How are you, bro?
What's going on, fellas? Thanks so much for having me on.
No problem, no problem. It's all love out there. So let's kick off with it,
Sure.
boys. Winston and Cam. What's gonna happen to them? Who wants to go off first?
Let's hand it off to Trill.
Straight up, I just feel like, first of all, they're both starters in the NFL. I kid you not. I think I'd take Jameis right now over Kirk Cousins, and I feel a little better in that offense just because I know Jameis willing to risk it for the biscuit, straight up. And then Cam, you put him in the right system, people around him. Bruh, we saw him go to the Super Bowl with Kelvin Benjamin died that year. So his leading receiver was Devin Funches, and he went to the Super Bowl
Shout out to
15
them
and 1.
Packers. Ooh,
So it's just
I was
like,
gonna say, shout out to my guy, new Packer, Devin
let's
Funchess,
go.
man.
Yo,
I'm
I
fine with that.
I hope Cam
That's a
comes
big
to
body
Miami,
receiver.
honestly.
Cam's not gonna. The Dolphins know what they're doing. They got a big ass long plan.
I don't know. I would
They
like
gonna get
to
one
see
of
him
these
in
rookies.
Miami. I think he would fit the Miami personality. He would be a good quarterback to build around.
Listen, what Jameis has to do, he has to go see all these old teams, New Orleans, Green Bay, Pittsburgh. Just go somewhere. They're gonna talk to you. Ben's gonna talk to you. Bree's gonna talk to you. He's like, bro, what's wrong with you? Why you got to throw those interceptions? There's no one there. Why are you throwing it over there? You threw 33 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. That's not even like, you don't even think that. You think
That
someone did
happens
that in
in
like 2
Madden.
years.
I do that in Madden.
On all Madden for sure.
just to keep it a buck with Jameis, I mean, he got LASIK eye surgery this summer. And I kid you not, he's been squinting since his freshman year at FSU.
He's
Like,
been squinting ever since he took the crab legs.
Man, he finished like, I think, top 5 fantasy quarterbacks, and that's with all those interceptions.
like he's just out there
Bro.
throwing it, but it's like, bruh, he really, honestly, truly to God can't see. It's just that simple.
How do you make it that far?
Yo, but you say he's like a top 5 fantasy quarterback.
That's
and
how he
like,
finished last year.
that's fantasy. We're talking about his actual value on the real field.
Listen, I'm a fantasy football head. I'm going to look at him as a quarterback if Kyler go, Lamar go, Pat Mahomes go.
I was
Jameis
gonna
out
say,
there.
if he was a starter, like he would be a nice quarterback to stash on your bench for sure for fantasy. I mean,
Exactly.
No, I'm not
he throws
disagreeing
for
with
a
that.
bunch of yards.
On a bye week, most definitely Jameis. But Cam, I think he's just being like, I don't get why they're doing that to Cam Newton. He won an MVP for a reason. Like you said, Trill, Kelvin Benjamin died that year. It was literally Cam by himself. I really don't know how he's not starting. Chicago's tripping. They're not going to do anything with Trubisky. Foles is not better than Cam Newton, in my opinion. So I don't know what's
I
happening.
feel like that whole thing is like on the Panthers though, because think about it, they kind of toyed around with Cam. Hiring their new head coach. I think his name is Matt Rule.
Mm-hmm.
They really kind of toyed with Cam because they should have just told him we're going to start. Hey, like we're going to go a different route. They should have told him earlier before the Bears went out and got the Foles. So it's like I'm glad that they waited because I wouldn't want Cam in my division going against my Packers.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
That would be tragic.
That would be scary.
He's still got something, man.
I think how old he's like 30. He's still got like 8 years
he's
left.
a young cat.
Mhm.
He's
He's
been
in
in the
good
league. What?
shape.
Sure. Shout out to Cam
He's been in the
Newton.
league 7-8 years.
What was he doing in college? He's down like 14-0 in Alabama.
Bro, he was down 21-24 zip. He was just
Came
like,
back. He's
backpack
hold
time.
Hold this, Saban. Let me show you what it's about. You remember Tim Tebow? Let me show you something. I learned this from him.
It's a fact, Jack.
Yeah, but I'm still going with Cam over Jameis in all honesty.
Absolutely, I agree.
What do you think? Just talking about Winston because he did leave the Bucks. What do you think Tom Brady's gonna do over there?
I mean, they got a solid squad. If they could bring AB over there,
No, that's not
It's
gonna
dead.
happen.
I think it's possible. It's dead?
It's dead.
It's
What
dead,
happened?
and there's
What
no
happened?
need.
The coach went on CBS Sports Media, and he was just like, "Yeah, I know AB. That's not finna fit with our locker room."
Hey, honestly, more respect to him then.
There's no need for that. You got two.
Right.
Godwin and Evans.
Yeah,
you,
you still have a great
Where they
receiving
could probably
core.
keep Perriman, and it's a wrap from there.
They should probably look to bring in like a better run
O.J.
game
Howard.
too. They don't really have
O.J.
much of
Howard.
a run game.
fantasy. O.J. Howard.
You
Bro,
could draft a
fan-
running back
you
all the
keep-
time.
You keep bringing it to
I got
fantasy. It's not
fantasy.
all about everything that
I
happens
gotta
in
bring
fantasy.
up my fantasy, bro. I gotta bring up fantasy football, bro. That's the best
Even
shit in the
if
world.
they were able to scoop up AB, I feel like he's gonna be on the exempt list either way. You know, there's a reason they took him off or whatever because he wasn't signed.
Mhm.
But I feel like if he goes on, I don't know if they still even figured out that whole idea with the sexual assault or whatever, the alleged thing. I think even if he goes anywhere, I think he's still gonna be exempt from the league.
Oh yeah, there's no way he plays right away. I will agree with that
Right.
much.
The shit he's done. CTE.
Yeah, but
Going crazy.
if I'm not mistaken, the over under on the Bucks is 7.5 wins. I'll definitely take over 7.5
Sure.
wins on the Bucks. I think they
Yeah, I would
could. I
definitely
think they
take
could win
over.
10 to 12
That's
games.
an easy
I'd
bet.
I'd bet everything in my
That's
my
an
bank
easy
account
bet.
right now.
What?
Like, no
Everyone
That's
should
an
go
easy
put a
bet.
bet. That's such an easy
That
bet.
sounds like free
7.5.
money, man.
Honestly.
That NFC
Exactly.
South though, that NFC South is tough now though. I mean,
For
the
sure.
The Falcons are going to be solid. They
Mhm.
got, I think they have, what is it, 11 or
Yeah,
10?
I
like
think
first
everyone on
round
their
picks or something?
offense is like a first round pick. Some
That's
shit like
crazy, man. They're just taking
that.
everybody's
Calvin,
like,
Julio, Matt
Gurley.
Ryan, Gurley. I think all their
Yeah.
offensive
They have like
line,
seven. They have like 7 first
they have
round
Alex
picks on
Mack.
their
Bruh.
offense.
that's pretty crazy.
oh my God,
They should go crazy.
Hayden Hurst is a first rounder. Oh
Yes,
fuck.
they're gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I think it's good that they got Gurley because it takes a lot of pressure off Julio because it's like before Freeman was
Matt
solid,
don't
but
gotta throw
like
it 40 times.
he doesn't have to throw it every single time to Julio.
I feel
Right,
like
right.
it works out for both of them, but at the same time, I feel like Todd Gurley's knee is a ticking time bomb at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pray for the best, man. I think
arthritis.
he going back to Georgia, all that stuff. Like I think that's something good. Sometimes it's a change of scenery that's healthy for the career. Like although yes, he's had like
Yeah, he's
health
only
issues,
25 too.
he's still young. Yeah, exactly. He's
Fucking
still
25,
young.
bro.
Bro, but who's ever heard of arthritis in your knees as a running back at 25?
Yeah. And he's
got me there.
kind of big, honestly,
had
for
shit to say
a
there.
back, right? He's a pretty big dude. So what do we got next?
It's either we could redraft the 2011 top 10, or we could talk about when is basketball coming back.
Let's
just-
talk about when the NBA
Not
is coming
soon
back.
enough, man. Damn.
Woj said June. I'm gonna cry. I
Honestly,
can't deal with that.
I think just scrap everything at this point in life.
No, you gotta finish the season.
Vince can
No.
scrap WrestleMania, right? They could scrap the
Nah.
NBA season. Baseball may be the only one that could be salvaged. Football still has a chance, right? I think
Bruh,
everything will come
this
back by the
season was
fall.
too
How?
fire.
So you're gonna
I don't
play
understand.
baseball in front of an empty stadium?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying baseball still has a chance to where it could come back like by the summer, like
This
around
season,
there.
this season's too amazing for basketball. Everything is the first
I'm
year
not-
after
I'm
the
not
Warriors
denying
broke
that.
up. Nah, they gotta finish this season for sure.
But
Everything
it's
that
all
was
about
happening
it's
with
all about
Giannis,
the well-being
LeBron,
of the
Harden, all them boys.
players.
My whole thing is
They,
you got a cue. My
Good.
bad.
no, you're good. You're good. I was just gonna say, like, they're just starting up the CBA over in China. So, and I think they were initially they said, yeah, we're not gonna be back till earliest. I think they said like second week of April, and that was like when they closed the league down in like January.
Mhm.
So I feel like if we can find like worldwide, if they can find some sort of vaccine where you can get started, I think the owners and Commish Silver will find some way to get out the rest of the season, even if they have to go to like the no fans or whatever. You got to think about it. Like I would honestly rather see that than salvage the whole thing. I think a lot of basketball fans obviously would, but
For sure.
me as a Bucks fan, I'm like, damn, like this would happen, in a season that we're looking great.
That's what I'm saying.
And
This
we
season,
have a lot to prove, man, to
Mhm.
all these haters out here,
for sure.
and rightfully so,
Yeah,
But
no, for sure. They're having a historic season.
Yeah, man, it
Yeah,
sucks.
no.
It's just like, especially that it started all in the NBA too, kind of like it was just like the
But it's
moment
just
Rudy
like,
Gobert
think of
got
this,
pulled off
so
the
much
court.
shit is, bro. LeBron, you got LeBron and Giannis, you got Kawhi and PG. Let me sit out every 2 games just because I feel like it. You got Giannis, like I said, you got Harden, you got Luka, you got Morant, you got Williamson averaging like 23 and 9 in like 20 games. Like, I don't care. I'm just big. I know how to use my body. I'm gonna do this.
My whole thing is, I just feel like all sports, as in baseball, basketball, football, whatever you want to classify it as. I think I'm missing one, but oh well. Fuck hockey.
Oh, you
I
tripping.
just
Damn,
feel
you greedy.
my bad, big
Trip.
dog.
Nah, man,
bad.
You won't
we
see-
can leave hockey out for this.
You feel me? Okay.
All right, but hold on. The only statement I'm gonna say is this: Trill, you know you ain't gonna walk up to a hockey player and say that because they're gonna knock you the fuck
They
out.
got
they
no
fight
teeth.
for
They don't
fun.
care. They're gonna
They
headbutt your
fight
shit.
for fun. Like what?
Exactly.
But
Nah, man, they take pride in those fights, bro.
Sure.
I just feel like all the heads of those sports have to come to an agreement of when it can start. Because if the baseball is saying like a couple months in May, but then the NBA is saying the earliest is June, at this point, I feel like whoever starts first is kind of going to get frowned upon in this situation.
They should stop creating expectation on it.
It's either that or they're just gonna push the other one to start it up as well. Let's just hope for the best, honestly.
Yeah, we really don't know what to expect because this shit's all unknown to us. So it's just like at the end of the day, like,
Right.
yeah, shit's starting back up somewhere else, but we don't know if maybe they made the mistake first, right? So that's the thing, is that they just need to, make sure that everything is kind of like in the clear before they just move forward with it. It's all about, once again, the well-being of the player.
That's a fact,
Yeah,
Jack.
no, I agree. They just give us something. I don't care what it is. Obviously, there's a lot of hockey fans out there, I guess, but honestly, at this point, like I'll watch a hockey game. Maybe not the full game, but I'll watch it because it's on TV, man. It's a live sport. It's something I can bet on. So
For sure.
Honestly, I'm probably taking a hockey player to beat any sort of athlete aside from a professional fighter.
Nah, bro.
yeah.
Nah, bro. Shout out to LeBron.
Yo,
LeBron and Giannis.
I bet you-
Giannis could beat a hockey player's ass.
Yeah,
That's the Incredible Hulk.
that's
Just
the
an
no. What are
athletic
you talking about? That's
version.
Mr. Fantastic.
an
That boy is gonna stretch from 12 feet away and smack him, right? But I'll take any player in the NHL in a fight over any player in the NFL.
In
Oh,
the
that's
NFL,
In the
That's
NFL,
cap.
Hold
No,
on, no.
That's cap.
NFL,
You give me the
bro,
best
it's
fighter in the
NFL.
NHL.
Aaron Donald would kill another human being. I feel
Yo,
like.
size
right.
don't matter. What's his hands looking like?
Bro,
How can he
Aaron
throw
Donald
hands?
Donald
picked
We're
up
talking about a
another
fight.
grown
He doesn't
man.
care about
Yeah.
the hits.
Yo,
You
I'm
see
telling
that
you,
man's footwork, man.
some of the most relentless ass people are NHL players.
Bro, he's 5'10", 275, and playing D tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
All
give
pro
me a Canadian
year.
with 6 teeth, and I will take that fight any day.
There's some killers out there in the NFL. You tripping?
Yo, the NHL too. Don't forget,
Yeah,
what's
you're
his
not-
name? Joe
you're not wrong
Thornton
about
broke
the
a man's
NHL.
neck on purpose. Are you kidding me?
Whoa. What
In the
did you just
NHL,
say?
Joe Thornton fucking broke a man's neck on purpose.
So,
Oh, the FBI?
so what was the situation that unfolded after this?
He was suspended for I want to say it was a year or
Whoa.
two or some shit.
Whoa, he was suspended. He wasn't taken to jail.
No, I don't think it was
You
like
just
that.
said he broke someone's neck on purpose.
I don't think his intention was literally to break his neck, but he went after the dude, and when he hit him
So
or whatever it was, he broke his neck. I
Oh,
forgot the
bro,
exact
I'm
details,
suing
but
the fuck out. I don't care what professional sport we in. I'm suing the fuck out of you.
yeah, some of these people are ruthless as fuck though.
Yeah, sue him on that.
Bro, you broke my neck.
He did that shit for fun.
This is a career-ending.
I'm gonna try and pull up the story for y'all, but
Forget
yeah, man,
that.
I'm telling you, hockey's a ruthless
That's
ass
pretty
sport.
wild.
All I know is Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby, and Wayne Gretzky. Everyone knows him. Literally.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think I know not more than that. I think I know one more player. I think Patrick Kane. That's pretty much it. I don't know anybody else in the NHL.
There was
man.
I think there was a goalie that was on the Devils. He played 25 years. They be getting these contracts. It's 15-year contracts, 100 mil. I'm like, bro, what?
Oh
You're
yeah.
finna
Just
die for
them-
us, bro. That's what they just said.
It's them in baseball, man. They be signing those long 10-year contracts.
Stan's contract was what with the Marlins? Shit was
It
10
was
years.
10 for 300.
He's like, yeah, I'm out here. And you're gonna trade me to the Yankees. Let's go.
Shit.
You found it?
No, I can't find it right now. I think I had the
Was-
wrong name, but I just remember some NHL player. He was on the Sharks. I thought his name was Joe Thornton, but I may be wrong.
That's just probably an old
I just remember. No. I just remember back in the day it was a big thing on ESPN. He got suspended and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was just wild as fuck.
So this 2011 draft.
It's time. Q, you can start it off.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've been looking forward to this all day. I'm looking
fun.
forward to what you guys think. Yeah.
When you look at these, especially this draft, this shit's crazy.
Yeah, I was looking at the names. There's some damn talent in this draft for real.
From top to bottom.
I was having a hard time. Yeah. All right. Let me start with like the number 1 or number 10.
You go number 1 to 10.
Okay. At number 1, I'll start with Kawhi Leonard. I think that's pretty obvious. You know, one of the best under the radar superstars of all time. You know, it speaks for itself. I mean, the guy single-handedly broke my heart in the playoffs last year. So I'll give him that. You know, it's well deserved. He's a humble guy. He's a killer.
Facts.
So I'm gonna do Kawhi at number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna go Kyrie. You know, he was initially the number 1 pick in the draft. I think Kyrie has, you know, one of the best handles, if not the best handles in the history of the NBA. He has nasty taps. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. I think he was extremely important to LeBron's success in Cleveland, obviously.
What I tell Tribble all the time is that literally Kyrie it's like Iverson 2.0. Literally.
Yeah, no.
Just a point guard. He's not a point guard. He's just a killer.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, he was averaging 30 awesome, at one point this year before he just started getting all those injuries.
Yeah, there was a game. I think he went like 17 or like 21 for like 50 or 52 or something like that earlier this year.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
I was looking forward to seeing him carry that team, but it's unfortunate he got hurt. Number 3, I'll go with Klay Thompson. You know, he's a top 3 shooter, top 4, top 5 shooter in NBA history. This guy, he's a killer. You know, he's another injury that was super unfortunate. Number 4, I got Kemba Walker. I initially, when I was looking at this draft, you know, when they first got drafted in the league, I thought Kemba was going to be the best player in this class. Because of how much he was a killer. I feel like he was really NBA ready.
Facts.
Coming out of UConn.
He's my favorite point guard. He's amazing.
Yeah, no, he's awesome, man. He really had a great career. He led the UConn team he was on in the Big East tournament, and then they had a nice run in the NCAA tournament. So I definitely thought he was going to be the best player, but you know, nonetheless, he's had a pretty good career. He just spent a little too long of a time wasting it in Charlotte.
Terrible.
You know? So, but no, I'll have him at number 4. Number 5, I got Jimmy Butler, who is right now. I mean, he's the glue of that Heat team. He's having kind of a real under the radar season. I think he's averaging like 20, 5 and 5 or something like that, which is still very efficient. You know, he played, you know, JUCO, and then he came to Marquette. You know, Marquette here in Milwaukee. He was a fan favorite when he was there. I think he's had a pretty nice career so far. Number 6, I've got Nikola Vucevic. Vuce is a very underrated big man. He's consistent in his play. He added the element of a nice jumper, nice mid-range to kind of that stretch big.
That's White Howard. That's what we call him.
Yeah, no, he's a nice underrated player, man.
It's because he's in Orlando too. That's the sad part.
Right, exactly. I thought for sure this summer he was going to be a hot free agent to go somewhere like Boston, where they really need like a nice big man there. Yeah, no, he's extremely underrated. Number 7, I'll go Tobias Harris. He was a former Buck. You know, he started his career with Milwaukee. I think he's a bit overpaid this year, but you know, he's on that big old contract, and you know, I don't necessarily think he's worth all that money, but he's still, you know, nonetheless, he's a nice piece to a nice team. He's kind of been bounced around his career so far. Number 8, Isaiah Thomas, last pick in the draft, and you know, this is the most unfortunate one for me, is because he's been bounced around as well, but I think, unfortunately, when he went to Cleveland, that ruined his career, playing with LeBron. Mm-hmm. And that's no shade toward Bron, because I love Bron, but it just didn't fit he didn't really fit the personnel correctly in Cleveland, and I think that was one of the worst trades in like trade history for both sides. That was like nothing worked out there, going Isaiah Thomas going to Cleveland, and then obviously Kyrie going to the Celtics. Obviously that didn't really work out, but yeah, no, Isaiah was a killer at Washington. Got to the league. He had that real nice stint with the Celtics. I thought he was going to be, their point guard for years to come. But like I said, it seems like playing with LeBron kind of ruined his career. Number 9, I'll go Bojan Bogdanovic. Nice man out in Sacramento right now. I wanted the Bucks to go get him at the trade deadline. Right now, he's shooting like 45% from the field, 40% for three. I think he's in the 40. No, he's not in the 40, 50, 90 club. He's shooting 45% from 45% from the field, 41% from three, 90% from the line. I think he's a real consistent player.
I think he's averaging 20 as well.
Yeah, no, he's another one of those players that's hidden away in a kind of a struggling franchise there. Number 10, I'll go with Marcus Morris out in LA. He's a big bruiser, enforcer, glue guy. He's one of those guys you love like to have on your team, and then when he's not on your team, like damn, that dude's annoying as shit, man. So I like Marcus Morris, and I think he's definitely worthy of being in that top 10.
Honestly, I don't have too much to disagree on, sadly, for the simple fact we had the exact same list, except IT is switched for Bojan. That's literally it, but we had the exact same player, exact same spot.
Oh, wow, okay. Oh, really? Wow.
Can't make it up if I tried.
And
I'm sorry, who did you have at 9?
I had IT at 9, and then Marcus Morris 10.
Oh, okay, got you.
With mine, we literally we all have the same players except for the bottom 2. Number 1 is Kawhi, obviously. Kyrie, number 2. I got Jimmy at 3 instead of Klay because I feel like I don't know what Klay's about by himself. To be honest, unless he just pulls dribbling out his bag like SpongeBob, he just got tricks in there. It's no disrespect to him. Top 3 shooter of all time, but I just got Jimmy at 3. Kemba at 4.
Yeah, they're both killers for sure, man.
For sure. Kemba number 4. He's the truth. Favorite point guard in the league. Number 5 is Klay. Number 6 is Dwight Howard. 7 is Tobias. 8 is Bogan. 9, I got Tristan Thompson. He's just out there. He's a player that you just need out there. He gets his rebounds. He gets his points. Why are you looking at me like that? You don't like Tristan Thompson?
No,
you love Tristan Thompson.
Forget that, bro. I'm just like, how is Klay so low on this list? Like,
he's number 5.
Bro.
I don't know what he could do by himself. It's no disrespect to him.
Bro, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I feel you on that though. So it's like,
bro, he's
you
great.
Like, what he does.
He's going to the Hall of Fame. You could debate me on that, but it's just like, I don't know what he's about by himself. He's never going to be by himself. He's going to stay in Golden State.
So that's like going to hinder him always?
No. Why would it hinder him? This is just
because it's hindering him in this. You feel me?
That's why I'm Jimmy just saying.
He was picked at number 11 originally. He would still be moving up.
You want Klay Thompson over Jimmy Butler to start your franchise?
Hell yes.
So you're just going to be shooting, just like run around.
No, I'd probably take Jimmy Butler, honestly. Jimmy Butler has more of a leadership mentality.
Bro,
he gonna bully you.
Damn near broke up 2 teams. What are we talking about?
I don't think it was him though, because when you go back and you look at those teams, you see like all the shit that kind of went down between those teams. Can you really say that with a
straight face right now?
Yo, I'm telling you, I really feel that way. Like I don't know, it's like whatever happened on the Timberwolves. If you think about it, right, with the Timberwolves, there was a bunch of young cats. They were probably some softies. In all honesty, they probably couldn't take like somebody actually telling them how it was.
They forget Jimmy Butler was homeless at a point.
Look, man, I'm not gonna lie, right? I have like a job where I'm able to see how people react in certain situations, and trust me, I tell you, a lot of the time where people can't take honesty, it's the younger crowd. So to be real, with Jimmy Butler, he may just be an honest dude, and people, they seem to not be able to take honesty nowadays, and honestly, it's fucking soft, and that soft shit's got to stop.
I feel like Jimmy is just a straight up type of person.
Jimmy came to Miami, and what's happened since? They become winners. They've become winners.
He's turned every single one of those
If he finds one more piece, there's a chance they could actually go to the finals. Like, come on. Like Jimmy Butler was the missing piece in Miami.
I don't disagree.
I think also that Heat team is going so good because of Bam. Because if Bam's not doing that, they're not. But it's no disrespect to Jimmy. He could just still be that lead. I don't know what Clay is. Clay by himself, they're not in the playoffs possibly.
I'm gonna piss off Trill then because my top 3, right?
Wait, hold up.
You haven't said your 10th
one,
yet?
my
Okay.
10th one, he's low key. He's underappreciated. Jaren Jackson's been out and he's been balling. It's Jonas Valanciunas. Shout out to him. That's all I gotta say about
I was wondering why nobody
Jonas.
picked him yet.
He's fired.
I
He was
love-
there in
I love
Toronto
that
doing his shit,
motherfucker.
and Jaren Jackson has been out. What is he out for you? Before the
Bro,
season got canceled, he was out for
Trill,
like 4
would you
weeks.
let Jonas Valanciunas sleep over your house?
Hell no. No cap.
What?
Like, hell no.
But he needs a place to stay, bro.
That's great.
They
bruh.
just shut down the streets and they quarantined him. You're not gonna
Bro,
let him
he
in,
can stay on the driveway. Like, what is we talking
He's
about?
gonna catch that.
He can catch it on the driveway.
even if
That
he
means
told,
that means when you
even
go
if he
outside,
told
you
you-
gonna catch it.
all right, what if he told you he'll get you season tickets on the court side the rest
see
of the
Ja
season? But
Morant.
you'd have
You
to
see
go
Ja
all the way
Morant.
to Toronto to go see
You're
him.
gonna
Wait,
be
is he still in
Oh.
Toronto?
No, he's in
Nah,
Memphis.
nah,
You're
He's in
gonna be the
Memphis now.
only
He
person
fucking
in the
left.
arena.
Oh my
We gotta
god.
address the comments. We have to address the comments.
Oh yeah,
That's-
he's been on there. But hold on, let me at least say my 10, man. Let me get my 10 in. I already texted him. I told him to relax. He understands. He said something about Poe. I don't know what that means, but we'll leave it alone. We'll address the comments shortly. All right. But first, obviously, just like everybody else, I got Kawhi. Okay. I got Kyrie second. I got Jimmy Butler third. So I'm gonna piss you off there. So
Let's
fuck
go.
it. Fourth, honestly, and all right, so this is where like the list kind of just this is where it comes to my preference at that point. Like I'm off the Moscato, and I've been smoking a little bit, right? So like for me right now, my influence is coming off of what I'm just feeling at this point because I literally have the list in front of me and I'm choosing. So at number 4, honestly, I'm going with Vucevic because that motherfucker always came through
4?
clutch for me on fantasy. Yes.
Oh, you want to bring fantasy now?
No,
into
now
this?
I'm because this is a fantasy draft. This is a fantasy draft. If I were to redraft,
That's a true statement.
if I were to
Okay,
redraft the
okay.
2011 draft, it's a fantasy of mine. I can't go back in time. Do you have a time
Well,
machine?
Nah, but
I
Kemba
can't
Walker,
say
what
that
he
out
did,
loud.
He doesn't have a time machine. Neither do you.
he got it in his pocket.
You only have the resolution for hair that burns off the scalp. That's another story.
Chill. Can't nobody know about that.
Oh,
All right. 5th, I'm gonna take Clay. 6th, I'm taking Tobias Harris because I fuck with
Where
Tobias
is Kemba
Harris.
Walker?
No, that's where I was gonna bring up Kemba next. 7th, I'm gonna bring up Kemba.
I just
Okay,
get
because
up,
I do
right?
fuck with Kemba.
Wow,
Stand up and
that's
go.
pretty
Vin.
low, man. I don't know.
I know,
That's
well, I'm
wild.
going off of this is more favorites than anything, rather than like who am I drafting
Ah,
logically
okay.
at this point. This is more so favorites
That's
at
fair.
this point.
That's fair.
All right.
I got you.
So now I'm gonna keep going favorites because now y'all are gonna. I feel like now they're really gonna get upset.
Ah.
Next I'm gonna go IT. All right. What am I? That was 8, 9. I'm going Boyan. If I even said that right. As much as I want to
Oh, you
choose
got it.
Jonas, I gotta go with the hometown hero, Brandon Knight. Right. Just gotta represent at
Oh,
that
God.
point. Brandon
Ooh,
Knight's
Brandon
actually.
Knight. Wow,
Brandon
that's-
Knight is from where
that's
we're
an
from, so
underrated
I gotta
pick right
choose
there.
He
Brandon
was
Knight.
supposed to be fire, and then DeAndre Jordan said no.
Yeah, no.
That's not your
It sucks.
destiny. This is your destiny.
I'm trying to resurrect his career right now.
This is his destiny.
Isn't he out in Israel like playing basketball
Bro,
or some
I don't know
shit?
what he's doing
No,
with his life.
you want to know where he
He
is?
was
Where?
with the I think he was with the Rockets for a hot second, and then they signed him like I don't know if it was to a 10-day or if it was a short term or something.
I
thought it
know
was
the
with
Cavs had him, and they was like, "Nigga, you out here just dribbling. What the fuck is you doing?"
That boy back. Oh, he's about to be at Boaters Park again.
Facts. He finna be playing niggas for a dub.
Yeah, LA
God.
Fitness.
Big
I'll
dub.
never forget Brandon Knight. His peak because he played in Milwaukee I think 2 years. We got him and Chris Middleton in a trade for Brandon Jennings. There was one game that it was Jason Kidd's return to Brooklyn, and this dude, it was an what was it, overtime or regulation? This dude had a wide open layup with 2 seconds left, and he missed it. He missed it high off the rim. Like how the hell do you miss that? Like I'm looking at this like, dude, you just let them back in this game, and I thought for sure we was gonna lose in overtime because of that shit. But thank God we won the game. But I was like, dude, like really.
All right, so you remember when Brandon Knight signed that contract with Phoenix, like that big contract, and people were like, "That was I
Yeah.
forgot." It was like he made like $80 million over like 4 years or some shit like that. Like he was actually gonna make bank. So that very like off season, like right when he signed the contract, he went to the LA Fitness right here on Pines,
Mhm.
right? And a friend of mine, Terrell, was like bald in there, and rumor has it that Terrell dunked on Brandon Knight and like embarrassed him to the point that he left right after it
I
happened.
know exactly who you're talking about, and that's very possible.
Yeah, it is.
I know who you're talking
It
about.
is, and like to give you perspective,
You gotta go to your sources. and get that right
this man
so
is
you can see.
like I want to say 5'10", the guy who dunked on Brandon Knight.
But he has hops.
But yeah, he has
Bruh.
hops and he's like
Bruh.
very athletic. Like, so like when he dunks, and he could do like under the leg dunks and everything. Like this is a dude that like he's been able to dunk since we were in 8th grade. Okay, so since we were in 8th grade, he's been able to dunk, and he dunked on Brandon Knight, and Brandon Knight cleared it. Shit's crazy.
Damn.
At this point, I'm getting to the fact that I'm just like, look, Broward County's basically a celebrity place. We basically
So many people out here.
We the
Yeah.
Black Hollywood. You feel me? I ain't
Yeah.
finna cap to you.
Shit's wild. What else we got?
It's the last sport topic. This one's fire. This is my favorite one of the night. It's top 5 point guards ever.
Ooh.
All
yeah,
time.
This is a tough one, man.
I'll go first. All right. Number 1, Magic Johnson. I think that's like for everyone it should be, in my honest opinion, until Steph Curry's done playing, and then we'll talk about it then. 19-11. That's what he averaged. 7 rebounds. Won his title. Rookie year. MVP. He did it all. If it wasn't for AIDS, he'd probably have, I'm sorry to say, he would have all the records, most likely, with steals and assists, all that.
He would have probably been like LeBron before LeBron at that point if he had a full career.
Yep.
He missed he missed 4 years, and then he came back and he was like, it was done at that point. Like, he lost shout out to Magic though. Number 2, Steph Curry, the man who's right there.
Whoa.
Steph Curry. I don't care what anyone says. Stephen Curry changed the game. 2-time MVP. I understand he got KD and he got 2 rings. Blah 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 blah. Who cares? Steph Curry. I don't even. Bro, what he did with Davidson, what he did when he came out against my Knicks, I think he dropped, what did he drew? How much threes? 11?
10.
10 for what?
10 for like 12, 10 for 13.
Went to toe-to-toe with Melo, outplayed Melo, dropped like 53 that game, I believe. Shout out to the Knicks, though. We still won. But yeah, Stephen Curry, he's going to shatter Ray Allen's 3-point record, probably by like 400 threes. It's just he literally, with Steph Curry, he changed the game. Like, bro, Trae Young is literally looked at Steph Curry. He's like, I want to be like that when I get in the league. And he's just doing it, but on crack.
It's
He's just
crazy
shooting
because
everywhere.
Steph Curry still looks like he's 14.
Exactly. But shout out to Steph Curry. Number 3, my favorite point guard ever, Mr. John Stockton. Shout out to John Stockton. Willie, what did you tell me earlier about John Stockton?
Bro, he played 82 games. Like, we all know what 82 games means here. He played an entire season, 6 straight years.
And he probably made the playoffs in most of those years.
Bro, he was averaging double-doubles the entire year, 17 and 14,
Bro, there's a
16 and 13.
YouTube video of just 90s players talking about John Stockton. Like that. He's just like, bro, he's that white guy you don't want to play. He's just, bro, he's bothering you the whole night. And you better not.
Fundamentally sound, dude.
You can't get tired because he's not getting tired. He's going to be running around. He's going to be on you.
He's like the original
Right.
Steve Nash.
He walked so Steve Nash could run.
Yeah.
All time in steals and assists. Shout out to John Stockton, 13 and 10. Going back to the stats, Magic shot 52% from the field, 84 from the free throw, and 30% from 3. Curry, 43% from 3, 47% from the field, and 90% from the free throw line. Stockton, 51% from the field, 38% from 3, and 82% from the free throw line. All these guys are efficient as hell. Number 4. Ooh, I know this is going to get you guys mad. Chris Paul. Don't care what anyone says. It's my list. Chris Paul. Shout out to Chris Paul. People be disrespecting Chris Paul. Winton, why are you shaking your head? I'm talking about floor generals, point
I think
guards.
you traumatized him from earlier picks. I could agree with Chris Paul at 4
No.
more than I can Steph Curry at 2.
No, you're tripping. Bruh. I want you to tell me who could do what Steph Curry could do. But after, let me just go on with my list. Chris Paul, 18 and a half, 9.7, and 4.5 rebounds. 47% from the field, efficient. 42% from 3, and 90% from the free throw line. 1% lower than Steph Curry shooting threes. Shout out to Chris Paul. Look what he's doing in OKC. Everyone said that was a lottery team. No playoffs. I think they're the 4th seed. Or they were going to be the 4th seed, but Rudy Gobert was like, no more basketball. I'm not playing anymore. Number 5, I'm going to be a little biased because it's literally my second favorite point guard. It's Steve Nash. Just what he did. I understand everyone wants to be like, those MVPs aren't his. Those are Kobe's. Rest in peace to Kobe. Kobe's record that year, he averaged 36 and a half, was 45 and 37. Steve Nash, I think, had like 56 wins on the Suns. If you take Steve Nash off that team, I understand if you take Kobe off that team, it's even worse. But you take Steve Nash off that team, they might not even be in the playoffs. 14-8, 49% from the field, 42% from three, and 90% from the free throw line. Fundamentally sound. His passing, he literally is just like another version of John Stockton, but fancier in my opinion. Who want to go?
Oh, my
We'll
list is
you guys don't like my
controversial.
list?
No. I have no disagreement. You know,
Okay.
everybody's got their preference, so I just don't want all the smoke when it comes to my list. That's all.
No. But what does everyone think? Q, what do you think of my list? Honest opinion.
Honest opinion, like you can make a case for any of like the top 7 or 8 point guards all time.
I looked at all of them and they're like efficient as hell. People I put that I didn't want to put.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd, 118 triple doubles. Oscar, the triple double OG, literally. 25-9. Jerry West. It doesn't matter if he went to like 9 straight finals and lost every single one except
Bro,
one.
he's the logo.
And then Isaiah Thomas, 19 with 9.3 assists, 44% from the field. He couldn't shoot threes, but bro, what he did,
No, dude,
damn near
you
broke
can't
his
go
ankle.
wrong.
It's hard.
You can't, like I said, you can't go wrong with any of these lists. My list is a little different. We'll get to mine after whoever goes next.
Yeah.
But that's like it's one of the things about putting these lists in order is like you're all like appreciating greatness. Like these guys all played in different eras, and you know you can appreciate each era differently based on you know how they came out, and you know obviously there was different talent when Jerry West was playing as the current day, but you can still appreciate what these guys are doing. So that's why I think there's really no wrong answer. It's just kind of a preference to one of the.
Sure.
So I really fuck with your list. So that's
Appreciate it, man.
you know,
It's sports. It's always gonna be debate. Like there's no like factual stuff except the numbers.
Right. Exactly.
Sadly, I'm gonna take it from 5-1 in this scenario because I feel like you guys need to hear this top 2. So, number 5, Steve Nash. Like my man just said, he's everything that you want in a point guard. He just so happened to be white. He was on everything that any nigga was on, bruh. I remember the game.
TV show.
I remember the game when Robert Ory tried to kill him in a playoff game. Bro shoved him into the scoreboard, into
Didn't
the
he
score
break it, like
table.
his nose like rupture or some shit? And
Bruh, he didn't care. He just got up and was like, "Yo, I go shoot these free throws."
he was good.
You feel me? I'm shooting 90% already. It's not like
Shit ain't
I'm a
bothering
miss.
him.
Coming in at number 4, CP3. That's just my dog right there. Like, what can we really do with that man at that point? Like, if you've ever heard about the high school game where he dropped 61 for his granddad, bruh, ain't too much arguing about that man.
People forget about him in New Orleans.
Bro,
David West,
New
and
Orleans,
Peja.
Chris Paul is the
Bruh,
best.
he
Tyson
literally
Chandler.
carried a team and made them relevant just for the simple fact, and he was there.
But they've been in the NBA so long. Chris Paul, we think about him with OKC, and we think about him his whole time with the Clippers. Bro, remember the battles he went with
Bro,
Darren Williams?
He was
New Orleans
in the
and
biggest
Utah.
trade
Bro,
that
shit
didn't
was
happen.
crazy.
Bro,
All that's already. Bro.
He was supposed to go
I
with
think
Kobe.
that was like the only trade that got vetoed.
Bro.
Ever, yeah.
Ever.
That's crazy, man.
Can you imagine? And
Stern
all,
was like,
all the
no.
superpowers in the NBA started up after that. Can you imagine if Kobe
Right.
actually had fucking Chris Paul
We would've
and
seen
Dwight
them against
Howard?
the Heat. That shit would have been beautiful.
Yep. They would have literally redone like the real East versus the West kind of situation.
Well, that first Dwight Howard stint would have worked out perfectly if CP3 was there. That's like at the time that was like 2 of the best players at their position in the league, playing with one of the best players of all time.
He
like,
would be the medium between
Forget
him
about
and Kobe.
Dwight. Dwight was fucking crazy.
He would have been the medium
Yeah.
between him and Kobe for sure. He would have been able to like balance
Right.
out
His job
everything.
was he was gonna average like 15 or 16 a game. Just give it to Dwight.
Shit's
Kobe.
wild.
Kobe, don't take more than 2 dribbles.
So
I
who
want
you,
that assist.
who you got next, Trill?
Number 3, John Stockton. No
Stop
arguing with the
fucking
man.
copying me, bro.
Like I said, I feel like the
he's about
top
to
2
copy
is
you.
more interesting. But with John Stockton,
I think his list, he's on crack. I think the top 2, I know what it is. He's on crack.
John Stockton, he's just a dog. Like, honestly, to play that many games in a row, he did 82 games at least 7 or 8 different times in his career, and he played 18. Bro, he played from like 85 to 2003. I need y'all to think about that for a second. Like, he went from a time when I don't think cell phones were around to he had a flip phone probably. And it's like, that's crazy, big dog. He outplayed Karl Malone, who was out here doing all types of wild shenanigans and stuff.
Yeah, he's reckless.
Karl Malone had a match in WCW.
And it's crazy. All these 90 players are considered GOATs, but like most of them might like not have, like Barkley don't got a ring. Barkley top 20 in my opinion. John Stockton probably like top 20 in my opinion. Like what they done for the game. Saw a whole fucking video about Barkley with Chris Broussard. What he said this man did in the playoffs. I think to go to the finals against Michael that year, he said it was like 46-24 against Sean Kemp and Gary Payne. And he's like 6'4".
Charles Barkley used to put up real big.
He's 6'4", bro. That's crazy. I have him listed as 6'6". He ain't 6'6".
The only thing I gotta say about Karl Malone is he was 20 years old and had a child with a 13-year-old. So
call the cops.
Yeah.
FBI.
Oh no, there's you can look that up. It's a factual situation.
Whoa.
So I'm gonna just move on to number 2.
We'll talk about that off air.
He said, I'm gonna just move on to number 2.
So I got you talking about changing the game, bro. This dude made the crossover famous.
Oh.
I got AI at number 2.
Bro, that's a shooting guard.
Nah, that's a point guard,
He's a point
bro.
guard.
That's a
I
point
thought he's
guard.
listed as a shooting guard.
He's a point guard
in
and
2K,
shooting
he listed
guard.
as a shooting guard,
But
he,
that's
he
a point guard, bro.
Nah, I think
That's
AI is like legitimately listed as
Bro,
a shooting
you could
guard.
look up anything and everything. It's finna say point guard,
think
shooting
AI is
guard.
point guard or shooting guard?
I'm sorry?
Allen Iverson, point guard or shooting guard?
Why is it that when I type in Google is Allen Iverson, it goes dead? Why does it have to do that? Why do people have to be searching that shit?
Wait, why is he? What?
I typed in is Allen Iverson because I'm typing right now is Allen Iverson a shooting guard? I type in is Allen Iverson and the first thing that pops up dead. Like, are you?
People are wild, man. People are wild.
Yo, that shit's crazy.
I think AI was definitely a shooting guard. He is point guard size, but he was a shooting guard. The way he got
he commanded like a point guard. If you want to go that way, then I'm gonna say LeBron is in that list. Like essentially, like what the fuck? Like he commands the floor. If that's what you want to go by.
Nah,
Yeah, no. So you're saying you think LeBron is a what? A point guard?
No,
then?
I'm saying if he's gonna put AI on his list, right? Then I may as well put LeBron on mine because it's like the same idea at that point.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah,
someone
no,
who
I agree with
commanded
that.
the floor.
Yeah, true.
That's cool with me. I won't disagree on that at all. But then coming in at number 1
You got what?
is real simple.
But give me a reason why you have.
Oh, AI at number 2, bruh, he literally carried the team to the
Look, see,
finals.
when
Eric
Like if
Snow?
anyone,
he had his stats listed as a shooting guard.
that's great. But if anybody paid attention to that Philadelphia game when they played the Lakers, bro, he literally had Dikembe Mutombo.
And Eric Snow.
Bro, Dikembe Mutombo was on his last legs. Eric Snow has always been old my entire life. Like Larry Hughes. Like, come on, bruh. Like, the list goes on. Aaron McKee. Like, who? I'm gonna keep it a buck, so it's just like,
But just because you're the heart and soul of the team does not mean you are the point guard.
bruh, you
Fuck
just
it.
so happen to be bringing up. You just so happen to average the most assists on the team because Eric Snow wasn't
Most points, the
averaging
most
more than
everything.
6.
Okay, but LeBron has been the player of a team that where he's led the assists. Is he the point guard of the team? No, he's not. No, he's listed as the small forward.
In my head, LeBron is everything.
Oh,
Shout
well,
out to
yeah, that's
LeBron.
what I'm saying. Honestly, like there was a point in my mind where I'm thinking like, all right, my list is gonna be like Dylon, it's LeBron. Like what the fuck? Like he's one of the best, if not the best. Like, come on. But that's a whole different subject. But what you're saying is like you're telling me a shooting guard is one of the best point guards. I'm not gonna disagree with you that AI is one of the best leaders ever to lead an NBA team in general because he literally took damn near trash to the finals against the dynasty and actually scared the shit out of Kobe for a little bit. But other than that, it's like, you know what? He's not a point guard. That's not the conversation. Who are the top 5 point guards?
It's okay. It's okay, Trill.
Nah, it's
He
not
wanted
okay
to be.
at all.
He
It's
wanted
okay.
to be
He
different.
gonna cry.
He's
Bruh,
he's like they
tell
call
me
me
what
Trill, so I
basketball
gotta be
reference say.
different.
Damn. Wait.
They say he point guard and
I'm
shooting
sure
guard.
like the
Yeah, point
second,
guard,
yeah,
shooting.
the secondary position is definitely point guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta agree though. I mean, I feel like his prime scoring abilities came from, and not to say this is based off of scoring, but I think he was to me he was a shooting guard. Just because he didn't like bring the ball up. He wasn't really that much of a facilitator. Obviously not to take too much away from him because he was a killer. He took the Bucks out of the East Conference Finals in 2001. But he I don't know. To me, I think he's a shooting guard. But I can see why you would put him in the point guard tier.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. To me, I think he's more of a shooting guard though.
I don't disagree, but at the same time, it's just like, bruh, he was out there. He's leading the team in assists, so it's like, bruh, he's bringing the ball up the court.
Size and shit, bruh. He was like,
it's so many different things that go into, like, he's being matched up on the other team's point guard. So it's just like, bruh, it gets to so many different things. Like, I classified him as a point guard at the end of the day. It was just that simple. But coming in at number 1, game changer himself, birthday game, Steph. Just that simple.
You don't even put Magic in your top 5?
Oh yeah, that's why I said I don't want to smoke. But so let me get to it.
Nah, man, you gotta stop giving this man grabber.
I knew that was gonna happen.
So my whole theory with Steph, he can do everything that you want all those other point guards can do. He can make the He may not have the vision of Magic Johnson, but okay, he can shoot from double the amount of feet that he could ever dream of. Magic Johnson could never think of shooting 8 3-pointers in a game, bro. Like, let's just keep it a buck, and that's what he does on the regular.
Have you been tested for COVID yet? Are you feeling okay?
Get away from me. Get away from me.
Have you been socially distancing yourself from people?
Not at all.
No. Oh my God.
But in regards to my dog, it's real simple. He's Sniper Gang, and not only with that, bruh, he's really changed the game. Like, I'm pretty sure no one will ever get a unanimous MVP again, at least for the time that we're living, unless someone really does some incredible stuff.
LeBron should have definitely got one by now, but there's a bunch of haters out there.
I don't disagree.
You can't make it boring. LeBron should have like 7, 8, 9.
He should have
Jordan
the most
should
MVPs.
have like 10.
Shit's wild out here.
It's a fact, but at the end of the day, my dog got a unanimous one. Had a stroke trying to say it. And then came back, got another one back-to-back years. Like, come on, big dog. 73 wins. Granted, yeah, they lost. I know.
3-1.
I know.
Shout out 3-1.
But at the same time, it's like, bro, it's the journey that matters. You feel me? That's what they always say.
That was a sad journey. That was some crazy shit. Wait, but where's Irving?
Bro, he not on my list. I just don't bang with him like that.
You don't bang with him like that? Okay.
Honestly.
But why not?
Yeah, we got a special guest list that just got sent into the chat. Swace.
No order: Magic Johnson, Steph, CP3, Isaiah Thomas, Oscar, or Russ. Chris Paul, Isaiah Thomas.
He's low key racist.
I don't know if
we're not gonna address
Isaiah
that.
Thomas could be like he'll probably be like number 6 or 7 for me. He's fire. I like Chris Paul better than
I can't put Isaiah Thomas on mine, but I could
him at
slightly agree with what he's saying there. But what about you, Q? What's your list looking like?
Well, funny because you say that, because clocking in at number 5, I got the man himself, Isaiah Thomas.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Hear me out. 2-time champion, 1-time Finals MVP, 12-time All-Star, 2-time All-Star MVP. He was one of the best postseason performers in NBA history, but unfortunately for him and the Bad Boy Pistons, they ran into some great teams. So Larry Bird Celtics, they lost to in 85 and 87. He lost the Magic in the 88 finals in that Lakers dynasty. And then he lost to and he lost to Michael Jordan in the Eastern Conference Finals in 91. So he was very, very talented scorer, a leader on that team. He's one of the bangers in the 80s, but he was really shadowed up, and it's unfortunate for him because he had some game. But it was unfortunate for him because, he was, like I said, he was shadowed up by, the all-time greats. You talk about Bird, Magic, and Michael Jordan. Those are like 3 of the top, like, eight players in NBA history, 9 players. I feel like
they kind of like looked at him as like the little brother because it's like you just mentioned literally 3 of the best players ever. Right, and he's in a market like Detroit, those like I said, nobody really liked the Bad Boys in the '80s, anyways, and they kind of had to make a name for themselves. So I mean, I have him at number 5. He played in a very competitive era, and I think he doesn't really get enough credit for it. Number 4, I have Oscar Robertson, excuse me. It might be a little biased because he's a former Buck, man. He brought us a championship in 71. The original triple-double, he actually averaged a triple-double over his first 384 games. Like, you put that into perspective. And yeah, you could say what you want about, like, the talent back then and the competition, but to consistently do that for what it is, like,
like 5 or 6 seasons, or in today's 82 season or 82 game season, it would be like 5 or 6 years. But I think he was, he set the tone, man. If you ask Russell Westbrook who his role models are, he would say Oscar because of how hard he played, and I think the all around like athlete is just such a great look, man. It shows that you can do a little bit of everything, rebound, pass, score. So I have him clocked in at number 4. Number 3, I got John Stockton, 10-time All-Star, the all-time leader in steals and assists, like you were saying. And there's not really, if you look at it, there's not really a close second for either the steals or the assists. The next person in assists was Jason Kidd, and John Stockton had 15,806 assists, and Jay Kidd had just over 12,000 assists, that's a pretty
big ass margin,
wide gap. Yeah, and he played with Karl Malone, man. Those two probably one of another team that's up there with one of the most underrated teams as well, who ran into some tough competition. And then with the steals, he had 3,300 steals, and Jason Kidd was the next in line with 2,700. So when you're like there defining, yeah, dude, he's out there. He's got the hands. He's defending, getting low, man. When you define like a point guard, though, I think John Stockton, he's probably fits like the definition better than any other guard in NBA history. If you really look at it, like a facilitator, somebody who runs the offense, sets up the offense, plays a lot of solid defense. Number 2, I have the man, Steph Curry, 3-time NBA champion, 2-time MVP, 6-time All-Star, the best shooter of all time, arguably the most fun player to watch in this generation. He single-handedly changed the game. Here we are, like today, like on the Bucks, we got Brook Lopez shooting 500 threes a year, when earlier in his career he shot 1 or 2 in 2013 or 2014. And just the league changing, pulling up from 40 feet, big men shooting threes. That was Steph. That was the lead train guy on that. So that's the whole reason I got Steph at number 2. And then number 1, the man himself, the legend, Earvin Magic Johnson, 12-time All-Star, 2-time All-Star MVP, 3-time MVP, 5-time champion, 3-time Finals MVP. I mean, and this man, like you said, missed 4 years. I mean, he could have been easily the best player of all time.
If he played those 4 years, he's most definitely in the GOAT talk. Yeah, the GOAT talk for sure.
He would have won at least one more championship, man. This guy was unbelievable, especially he was like you guys were saying, he was LeBron before LeBron. That mixture of size, vision, athleticism. He could play the 1 through 5. He reminds me, a lot of like LeBron now. LeBron is averaging 10 assists a game this year, and it's just like
crazy. He's just like you don't expect. You obviously expect it from LeBron, but he's just so fucking big. You're just like, bro, this man is playing like power forward down in the post the whole game, but no, he's just doing it all.
It's insane, And you talk about like LeBron he ran the 2010, Kobe ran the 2000, Jordan the 90s, and then Magic. It was all Magic in the 80s. So, I think he's solely like I don't think it's really close either. Like, he's always going to be the top point guard of all time, in my opinion.
Okay.
You're tripping, Willie. What's wrong with you, Trill?
You guys saved the best for last.
Oh God. Oh God, go, bro.
All right. So I won't lie. I originally had Russ at 5, but I gotta say, Q, you honestly convinced me. And at 5, I'm gonna put Isaiah Thomas.
What?
Honestly, and Drew brought up a good point. So someone in our Periscope comments brought up a good point. Michael Jordan is scared of Isaiah Thomas. And that shit is pretty fucking
man,
true.
Yes.
Honestly, like one of the people, like how in Harry fucking Potter, one of the only people that Voldemort feared was Dumbledore. Motherfucking Michael Jordan was afraid of Isaiah Thomas because Isaiah Thomas
He
was
was
just as
kryptonite,
ruthless.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's what
like
I'm talking about right
if I'm
there.
not mistaken, Isaiah Thomas was kept off of the Dream Team because of Michael Jordan. If I'm not mistaken, didn't that
For
happen?
sure.
Like, all right, so
It
let's be
wouldn't
real. Like,
surprise me at all.
based on impact of the game alone, like I feel like Isaiah Thomas deserves to be nudged into the top 5 for that. Like that's fucking crazy.
Mhm.
All right, so
I
I'm gonna
understand.
start with
Yeah, I
Isaiah
understand.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Number 4, I got Steve Nash, back-to-back MVP. He was one of my favorite players to watch growing up. In all honesty, so I fuck with Steve Nash always. So he's definitely always got a space in my top 5. All right. Now, for my top 3, I want you to keep in mind that we're talking about the top point guards. We're not talking about how fun they are to watch and stuff like that. All right. So
Yeah.
number 3, I got Chris Paul.
Okay.
All right, Chris Paul, legend in his own right. So I got Chris Paul there. Number 2, I got Magic Johnson because had he had a full career, definitely would have been one of the best. But that's why I'm not going to put him at number 1 because
Wait, what?
the number 1 point guard ever, in my opinion, John Stockton. Guaranteed.
Percocets
No.
is strong. What did you
Bro,
just
wait,
say?
No,
What?
you're
Bruh,
talking about the
racist.
best
No,
point guard. You're talking
Racist.
about the best point guard that had a full career, right? That did his best.
You're right.
The only reason none of y'all put John Stockton at number 1 is because he doesn't have a ring.
Bro,
what?
so Jerry West could have been on this list. is what
No,
you're
fuck
saying.
that. I ain't gonna put Jerry West on the
Bruh,
list. This
Magic
motherfucker played
Johnson,
when
like, just look
when
at the eye
fucking
test.
hillbillies were playing in the
Look at
NBA
the eye
and
test.
shit.
Okay, fuck it. Magic wanted.
That's why I didn't
Ma-
put Big O on there either.
Magic wanted to fuck every girl. Let him have his fun.
That's
whatever,
why I
but
put him
he's
at number
good.
2
But
because he
listen,
fucked his whole
but
career
listen,
up.
look
But
at
John
the- look at-
Stockton, who had a
he
full
missed-
career, he did
missed
great.
4
He could
years.
have had
If
a
you look at
ring,
the
but he
eye
didn't play
test,
well enough.
You're really gonna take a 6-foot white guy over Magic Johnson?
Yes.
Bruh,
You
what?
the topic is the top point guards.
Magic Johnson, bruh, Magic
And I
Magic
believe,
Jo-
but
listen.
Magic Johnson did not have a full career. We can't base this off of what
Bruh,
ifs.
13 years,
We
you
have
could
to
call
base
that a
this
full
off of fact.
career. He could have had.
But
a
I'm not
longer
going to because he
career.
could have played longer.
Oh,
So he didn't have a
my
full career.
hair.
We don't know what could have changed or anything like that. No, Willie's on crack.
Crack. Nah, you both are.
Bruh, Steph
Y'all boys
Curry's not on
tripping.
this
I am
list.
not
John
going to put.
Stockton
I'm
is
not
number
going to put.
1.
Look, I'm not going to put Curry. I'm not going to put Russ. I'm not going to put a lot of these like players that are still playing. Chris Paul definitely already earned his spot there.
That doesn't like translate to any type of logic right there. I need you to like run that back.
It's not
down
your
me.
logic. It's my logic. I feel comfortable with saying that those are my choices.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Wow.
You said who's the top 5 point guards? John Stockton, in my opinion, is the example of what a point guard is.
Okay. So
Because he showed up to work.
Not because he showed. Motherfucker, pull up his stats.
Oh, no,
you
I
just
don't
heard
dis-
Blanco read out
I
his
don't
stats.
disagree, but bruh,
John
compared to
Stockton-
all those
John
other
Stockton is 13 points, 10.5 assists, 2.7 rebounds, 51% from the field, 38% from 3, 82% from the free throw line, 2.2 steals a game. Magic is 19.5, 11.2, 7.2, 52%.
He can't hold
from the
his
field.
I'm gonna
jock
put him
strap.
I'm putting him second. I don't care. I want
84%
Stockton.
from the
I would
free
take
throw,
Stockton
third.
at point guard over like Johnson if I really had the choice.
bro.
Because then I could,
Ah.
but then I could, because then you have, you think about it. Then when you're choosing if you have to choose like the shooting guard and the small forward and the power forward and the center at that point, right? You're choosing players that you know are going to be ruthless killers in those areas, and John Stockton facilitates the whole team at that point. I'd rather have Stockton. That's my opinion. That's why we can talk on this show, and I can have my opinion. And you could look at me like that all you fucking want, right? But you want to know what?
Tripping.
The Ravens suck. All right.
Damn.
Uh-oh, he came out the bag with that one.
Damn. He said Lamar can't do it.
He won't stare at me like that.
Damn.
Damn. Oh my God.
That's cool.
That's a low blow right
That's
there.
cool.
man.
That's cool.
Don't look at me like that.
We
He
finna
switched
see.
up the whole
We can hit
sport
on this
on
right
you.
now. Let's start
Oh,
showing
we got
some-
one more. I forgot about this.
Hey Q, you saw Shaq? Do you follow Shaq on Instagram? Like Shaquille O'Neal?
Shaquille O'Neal? No, I don't. What do you do?
He posted at NBA Chemistry put out a top 10 of all time. 1 and 2, obviously.
Go from 10 to 1.
Okay. Number 10, Bill Russell. Number 9, they have Kareem.
Number 9?
Number 9, they have. That's exactly how I felt. Number 8 is Shaq. Number 7 is Magic. Number 6 is
They're
Kobe.
all too low.
Number 5 is Duncan. Number 4 is Bird. Number 3 needs to switch from number 9 is Hakeem Olajuwon. Number 2 is LeBron.
No, what?
And number 1 is Michael.
Dude.
Wait.
They need to stop putting. Look, Hakeem
is
was nasty. but
Hakeem
he's
is my
not
favorite
number
center.
3,
Like if I had
dude.
to pick a starting 5 or I die, I'm taking Akeem, but
I'm taking Shaq.
but like I don't. I just always like the finesse.
Shaq is by far the most dominant center in NBA history.
That's fine. I'd rather just do the Hakeem shit. Go ask Shaq who gave him the most trouble.
Well, I'm not gonna say that Hakeem didn't give him the most trouble, but Shaq was the most dominant motherfucking center ever.
He was playing soccer with his hands. He was like, "Hold this, Shaq." Shout out to Shaq though. But yeah, Kareem is number 9.
Nah, they're tripping on that. I mean, the fact that, look at it. Look, the last, aside from number 10, the last 5, 4 out of 5 of them are Lakers, right? You definitely got to scatter them around a little bit. I don't even know if I would put Tim Duncan in the top 5, to be honest with you. He's definitely
he's top 5, but he's top 10.
Yeah, he's definitely top 10. I don't know if I'd put him in the top 5. I'd probably put Bill Russell over Tim Duncan at that point too.
Look, but if you were talking about that though, you said before that you didn't want to put Oscar or Jerry West in there. Bill Russell was in the same tier.
But I mean, you think about 11 rings though. That's why you think about the 11 rings. It's like that's just such a hell of a feat.
He was playing against plumbers and electricians.
You ain't wrong. I appreciate you calling me out on my shit.
No, it's not. I'm not even trying to call.
It's no disrespect to him at all, but it's
it ain't. It ain't no disrespect.
He was playing Wilt, and then if he wasn't playing Wilt, he was playing Jerry from upstairs, from up the street, going in on him, dropping 25 points and 26 rebounds for no reason.
He's like the 16-year-old kid on the block playing with the 12-year-olds.
Most definitely.
Yeah, he definitely was a killer though. I mean, if you look up Bill Russell mixtape, I'm sure you'll find
that shit will be like a vinyl record. Oh man, but yeah, I think I'm just a little salty because Tim Duncan got dreads now.
He's bullying. He's
living his best life.
Pop gonna be like, here's the
what
keys.
Got into him?
I'm Pop. I'm just gonna go smoke some pot, Polly. I'm good.
Now, I was gonna say Tim Duncan probably retired and discovered weed, and he was just like, oh shit. And someone probably put Travis Scott on in his headphones, and he probably just felt some type of way.
He's like, I want to coach the Spurs.
I want to coach the Spurs.
Yo, Pop, when are you gonna retire? Let me coach at least one game this season. He got a dub. He came back. He's like, look, I got it, bro. Come on, retire, bro.
Watch. I bet you he gets an offer. I bet you he gets a coaching offer, even if it's international.
Nah, he gonna stay with San Antonio.
I'm not saying he would or he wouldn't.
The pop tree is unbeatable.
Yep.
The pop tree is unbelievable, man.
Him was the 8-year coach from Pop. Milwaukee's coach?
Yeah, man. He won it. Yep, he won a ring with Pop, and
he was a coach for Atlanta, right?
Yeah. Who knows? He was a coach for Atlanta. He went up against Bron. He went to the Eastern Conference Finals and won, and got waxed by Bron.
Big 4-0.
I think it was 2016, I think.
This shit was crazy.
That was like prime Bron. That was it's understandable.
That's the second year back from Cleveland to Cleveland, I believe.
Yeah. Yep.
Shit, I think that's everything.
Nah, we got what's the last topic?
Oh, we got.
The weekly topic.
The weekly update: coronavirus. Shit going crazy.
Yeah, man.
So,
hey, man, fuck this virus, man. For real.
Fuck the virus, but I think the real thing is right that we got WrestleMania next week.
Yeah, and there's not gonna be anyone there.
Wait, there's not gonna be anyone there, right? And then a Chris Benoit documentary dropped this week.
But coronavirus out here snatching everyone for no reason.
Chris Benoit was a killer, man.
Yeah.
That was my guy.
Are you talking about in the ring or out of the ring?
Oh, yeah. Maybe is it too soon, bro?
No, it's not too soon. It's been 13 years, bro. This shit's crazy.
Look, you know what's crazy? Not even mean it like that, bro. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying.
No, I know. That's what I had to say. I was like, you talking in the ring or out the ring?
Nah, damn, bro.
Great wrestler. Yo, but he had a fucked up situation, man. If y'all get the chance, Dark Side of the Ring on Viceland is one of the greatest series if you love wrestling. And they just started up season 2 and they put out a documentary on Chris Benoit. It's like 2 hours long. They interviewed his other son from like his first interview. Right? Yeah, he got crazy CTE and like all kinds of shit. I don't want to give too much info so this way you could like watch it and build the suspense up yourself. But that shit's wild. And fucking the craziest thing that's come out of this whole quarantine is the Tiger King. Right? That's the craziest fucking thing. I just put them onto that shit today. I showed them a few minutes of it, and yeah. Y'all go watch that. It's a bunch of meth head rednecks, gypsies, and fucking cult leaders. It's wild.
Some tigers, bro. Like, what else we need to see?
And they raise tigers. They fucking raise and like take care of tigers.
Bro, they had a 23-year-old python. Python ain't look like it was even moving. He's
45 feet.
Yeah.
No cap.
Shit'll choke you out. Shit's wild out here, man. But y'all stay safe during this virus.
as always.
Yeah, you guys too, man. Wash your hands, wash your face, wash your ass.
All that.
Shit, man.
Don't be nasty. Like Stephen A. Smith said, don't be nasty. Wash your hands. That's all you gotta do. Don't touch your face. You don't need to touch your face. Go take a shower. This man touch. Yo, he gonna catch it. Look, God gonna be like, all right, watch this. He gonna sprinkle some shit while you sleeping.
No,
You gonna wake up tomorrow. Oh.
I have the vaccine.
Oh yeah, we already know that. Yeah.
Coronavirus is a myth, like Australia.
The FBI is on the way to this kid's house.
I told you
He
last
done.
week they're moving the aliens.
Oh yeah.
They're moving the aliens.
Aliens are real. Q, do you believe in aliens?
Hell yeah, I believe in aliens. You
Yeah,
think
you
we're the only ones out here,
Yeah,
bro?
they're telling everybody stay inside so they can move the aliens.
Winton, tell him your story.
Oh man. It was just,
Last thing of the night. Tell him your story.
another beautiful night at the secret location known as the Block, and you feel me, we was out there doing our usual shenanigans, enjoying ourselves, and it just so happened to be a nice green light floating above my man's crib, and I was like, that's interesting.
Superman.
And then it just shot off into the night, and I was like, another interesting thing. And at that point, I looked around for confirmation, and a few other people saw it. Handshakes ensued. And at that point, we was out of there, big dog. People was smoking inside of their house. No one was trying to deal with that. It was like, we get taken. We wasn't even that old at that point. We get taken. Ain't nobody gonna care. Let's keep it a buck. We didn't care about each other.
We would care. We would care.
But yeah, my UFO story is real. I got verification from other people, eyes, witnesses. You know how that go.
What if their memory was
Scary,
wiped?
man.
That shit wild. It is scary. That ghost, all that shit. Bigfoot, mermaids.
If
all
their
that shit.
memory is wiped, I blame it on the drugs or the FBI. That's it.
FBI
It's the
erased their memory.
aliens.
Oh, the aliens erased their memory. But as always, MBF_Clo on Twitter and Instagram, MBF_Trill on Twitter and Instagram, MBF_Podcast, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Nothing But Facts all together on Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify. Only Imano on Twitter and Instagram. Check out his podcast, Imano Talk, on Twitter and Instagram. Bacon, you want to say anything, bro? It was nice having you on, bro.
Nah, man. Thanks so much for having me on, man. Cool what you guys are doing. Cool that you guys are like reaching out to people that just be on Twitter that are talking about just sports and shit, man.
NBA
It's
Twitter
awesome to just talk with people.
NBA Twitter is the best thing in the world. I'm entertained every single day. There's the trolls, and then there's the people that are like actually having real takes, and all that together
Right.
is just amazing. That shit is so
And
fucking funny.
we're the medium between it all.
We're just, yo, how's it going, guys? Come chop it up. This shit funny.
You can't forget about the simps either on NBA
Oh
Twitter. They're
god,
everywhere.
I see simps. There's a girl. She this man Trilbo followed her because I told him, Winton, look, that's your girl. She's a Ravens fan, Lamar Jackson. He's like, I followed her right now.
It's crazy because I know exactly who you were.
And she stayed down here. Winton's plotting. He's like, Trilbo looking. He's like, what do I gotta do? He has it in his head.
Oh, she watching this right now and she's like, "Oh, this dude a creep."
The cops are going to this guy's crib.
Yeah, you thought the
It's
FBI was
over.
coming here, Trill? Nah, they going for your ass. That's
Shit,
it.
you fried.
What's his name? Chris Hansen. He about to show up to your crib.
Hey,
Nah, but-
take a seat for me real quick.
You know why I'm here.
Yeah, do you know why I'm here?
Trill got to go ahead and spit the game, man. You got to take one. Just go ahead
Shoot
and
your shot.
shoot
Man,
like
ain't Steph
that,
Curry your
bro.
favorite point guard?
Exactly.
Okay,
Hey,
we'll end it on
Hey,
that.
and Club Twitter about to go pop tonight. Y'all
We'll
gotta
end
check
it
that
on
out.
that. You guys take care, all right? Take care, bro.